So if these guys didn't know you were from New York, they know now. This is a wonderful, wonderful start to cooking with grandmas. Hang in, you're gonna like everything that's coming up. Thanks, girls.
When Sam comes back, he's going to be making potato salad.
I know what you're thinking. There's no way she's a grandma. Look at her. She's too damn young looking to be a grandma. That's what I'm thinking. So you know what? We made her bring proof. Bring it out, sister. Let's see what you've got.
This is one of my granddaughters. Then this is my grandson, Kenny. He's her big brother.
It's a special Sam the cooking guy face he's making there.
And this is the two when they're together.
Oh, finally. Okay.
That's
You know,
it.
we have to cook here today. What's the one thing that you make that everybody goes, oh, Siobhan, you got to make that again for us? And she said,
Potato salad.
yeah, and I go, potato salad's kind of simple, isn't it? And what's the little thing that you said?
I cook with love.
Yeah, she cooks with love. Cooking with love with Siobhan. We're making potato salad.
Yeah. We're using some potatoes. I always get to like the big ones.
Okay.
I've boiled them already.
Got
and
it.
They're ready to go.
You need a bowl for this? This big one?
Yeah.
Is it big enough?
Then what I do is I just take the skin off the potato.
I could help. Are we gonna sing later?
Well, we can sing while we're doing it. You know, normally you have some music playing, some nice jazz or something, kind of grooving as you cook. Way in the water, way in the water, children, way in the water. God's going to trouble the water.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I
Come
could.
with me now.
Where are we going next?
Now what we do is we just cut them in the like cubicle sizes in this bowl.
Bring it on.
right
Let's
here.
go.
Okay.
Show me how big you want them.
You know, like say if you just kind of cut them like in cubes, like that.
I can do that. That's good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Who taught you to cook?
All my parents.
Yeah.
My mom, my father.
Your
my
father cooks too?
grandparents.
I like that.
We always have a lot of family reunions, so everybody participates. Then we're gonna do our eggs.
Let me give you that. And you got a lot of eggs there. I mean, 4 potatoes and like 40 eggs.
But that makes it special because it gives it a little bit more balance.
Well, look what you're doing. Oh, you've only done this a few times before.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is put some mustard in.
Yeah. Lay it on us.
Okay, so I sung, now it's your turn.
The summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch her hair and walk with me. How's that?
Pretty good. Now what's the hook at?
I don't know what the hook is in there. I feel like I need to be doing something.
Basically what I'm doing is just the mustard gives it some color. A
It
little bit
does.
of color and it gives it a little bit of flavor.
You want a little more mustard?
Yeah. And we're gonna use some of this. Okay, see you feeling it. You using love, I can tell. I seen the way you shake that. You had
Thank
some
you.
love
See?
with
Oh, I picked that up from
See?
you.
See?
Now I see you're going Miracle Whip here.
And it's light. It has light. I use Miracle Whip light.
You don't bite your nails, do you?
No.
Okay. Because you know what happens when you bite your nails?
What happened?
You can't open these damn things.
This is the big part. Now I want you to put some love in it. Okay? Keep going. I want to see if you feel the love. Keep on going. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Come on. Show me some love. That's right. Come on. Come on. Go on. Just a little bit.
I can't see. I didn't put enough. You tell me when?
Okay.
We're doing good. Yeah, you're gonna put more in. I know you.
No, after
And what
we
is that
taste
that
it,
you're putting in? Tell
It's
people.
it's Larry's seasoning. It's a little
Gotcha,
seasoning.
okay.
Okay. Has a little tartness to it, so now we taste it to see how much sugar we need to put.
And how much sugar do we need? I like it though. I'm not gonna go too much because I can always add, right?
Right, you can always add. Put a little bit more. Put a little bit more
I
love.
didn't
Just
have
a little
all. I
bit
didn't
more
have
love.
all the love figured out yet.
Okay, now
I'm
I
a
got you.
love novice when it comes to cooking in here,
Okay,
right?
Right.
Okay.
We need some more. Keep going. Now I'm gonna put some love in it now.
How's that?
Give me some little bit more.
Oh,
Just
Lord.
a little bit more. Okay. Okay. Now let's. All right. All right. It's still kind of tart, but I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
stir
want a
some.
little more? Maybe if we stand close, I'll really feel it this time. Here we go. You think that's enough?
What do
I
you
don't think
think?
you do. No, I don't think it's enough.
Put a little over there.
Come on, go on, girl.
Okay. We gonna love it. There you go. Now I want you to finish it up. There we go. There we go. See, you got me moving. See? All right. Boom. Yes. See?
ABC.
Yeah.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3.
That's right. Then we get like an egg and we decorate it. You cut it like that and you put it like in the center.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just gonna do a tiny little bit of this. Right in here.
Look what love did.
The potato salad that love built. Extra love. Thanks for being part of my grandma's show.
You're welcome.
She's the best.
When Sam comes back, he's going to be making trifle.
This is Josephine. Joe to some, right?
Yes.
They
Mostly
call-
Joe to my very good friends.
They ever call you Joey?
No, Josie when I was little.
Josie.
Yes.
We're going with Josephine today.
I would like Josephine. That's my
Okay.
given name.
Good. Well, and you can call me Samuel.
Sam.
No,
Samuel.
Samuel. Yeah.
I like Samuel.
That's my given name
That's
too.
a strong name.
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. And you know what it means?
Samuel from the Bible,
Yeah. Do you know what it means?
man of strength.
Well, go with that. You're clearly not from here, though.
No, I'm from Glasgow.
You are.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Glasgow, Scotland. I have decided to let you know about the Scottish Christmas.
Good. I like that.
Or it could be any occasion, birthdays,
Okay.
anniversaries. This is
So-
Scottish trifle.
Traditional Scottish trifle we're
Trifle.
gonna make. Okay. What do we do?
First of all, you have to go to the store and buy this beautiful bowl.
That is beautiful.
Then you have to buy the pound cake.
Okay.
You could use fruit cocktail or any type of fruit you like.
What do you use?
It could be fresh fruit. I
if
use
you were
the fruit
if you were
cocktail.
making this in Scotland,
This is exactly what I would do, or I would go to the bakery and buy it.
buy the trifle already made.
Yes,
Okay,
you
that's
can go
not
to
a-
the bakeries in Scotland and you can buy it already made.
That is not an option for us.
Most times you would use a Scottish pudding. But see, today we go with the
Pudding.
regular American pudding.
Who made that?
I did.
Is it good?
Yes, they sell it in Vons.
Oh, stop. What else you got over there?
And this is a Jello.
Yeah.
You could go with raspberry, strawberry, any type of Jello you like.
But it's not fully jello-ized
No,
yet.
we don't have it. You don't have to have it set.
But you don't want it
completely
set.
No,
How do you want me to cut this?
about half an inch.
Just like that?
A little bit smaller than that. Yes, like that to start off with.
There?
That's perfect. Yes.
It's great. I can
That
do this.
sounded very Glasgow. That great.
It
you
did,
said
didn't
there.
it?
On the bottom of the layer, all the way around,
All the way round.
all the way around.
What do you do in the gaps? We're gonna break a piece?
Yes.
Does it have to be flat or can it
No,
overlap
that's
a bit?
perfect. Do you happen to have any sherry?
I do happen to have sherry.
That's perfect. That's enough. Now you need to open the fruit.
Yes, I do.
We drain it.
Are we using the juice?
We use the juice also.
We do.
And we do the same with the other can. Now we spin the fruit one layer and just spread it around. Now we take the pudding, half of this pudding that you
Oh,
have in here, half of
okay.
the pudding.
Got it.
Now we're going to do the jello.
The partially set
Partially
jello?
set jello. You do not want it to be set.
Oh, look at that.
Perfect.
That is beautiful. And I only want to use half, right?
Half of it.
Now, let me guess. A cake?
Round edge to the outside. Now we need some juice. Now you can do the pudding.
The rest of the pudding. Yes?
The rest of the pudding, yes.
Oh, this is going to be one nice looking dessert. And now the jello. Once this goes on
Once
top,
the jello goes on, and put it in the refrigerator for 10 minutes. Now we have the fruit. We're going to finish with fresh whipping cream.
I have some that we're going to make. So this is going to take a couple minutes. Should I put that in the fridge?
Yes.
Just pour it all in. I like to put a towel over it because it tends to be a bit messy. gonna take 10 minutes. We're just gonna wait. Okay, this guy's done. As I'm looking at this, you should not even attempt this if you don't have this kind. Is this called a trifle bowl?
It's a trifle bowl. Now we have to have the whipping cream.
Okay.
The maraschino cherries. Just half them too.
And scatter
And
them?
scatter, yeah, just scatter those around.
Scatter, scatter.
Fresh raspberries.
Fresh raspberries. I had to hide them from my kids because they would eat them like crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give these a little rinse. I'm just gonna sprinkle these guys
Just
over the
sprinkle
top.
them all over the top.
Now the whipping cream. There you go, son.
There you are.
Nice job there, Sam, the cooking guy.
You do a good job, I'll tell
I
you.
do a good job. Holy smokes. That,
It looks too nice to eat, doesn't
it
it?
does look too nice to
It
eat.
does, yeah.
Are we gonna eat it? Eat some?
I think we should try it.
2 plates. Be brave.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Cake. Oh, nice.
Did you get the cake also
I
in
got
there?
the cake
You
here.
did.
Take that for you. Do one for myself. And now you need cake,
You need the cake,
fruit,
and the fruit, and the jello.
whipping
and the
cream,
whipping
jello,
cream.
all of it.
All of it.
Ready? Oh yeah, you just go ahead. Don't wait for me.
I'll tell you. What do you think?
It's positively, it's a party in my mouth.
Isn't it?
Oh, it's easy to put together.
It's simple.
Clearly one of the most impressive things I've ever made. Thank you. I want to give you a hug.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having
enjoyed
me.
having you
It's been
here.
so much fun.
When Sam comes back, he's going to make meatballs.
Okay, our third grandma for Cooking with Grandmas today is Catherine, the Italian grandmother. Hello.
Hi there.
Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
I have to say though, my stereotypical Italian grandmother was shorter, a lot wider, and wearing all black. And
Oh, sorry to disappoint you, but
what's the deal?
well, you know, grandmothers come younger and skinnier and shorter and yeah. no more
Apparently they do. But we're making a stereotypical grandmother food. We're gonna make meatballs.
meatballs. Need a bowl.
And you're just using ground beef.
Just ground beef. It's just plain ground beef.
And that's like a pound.
This is a pound. We just put a pinch of salt.
Okay?
That's enough. And some pepper. Then we put some breadcrumbs.
Okay. Some?
This is about
cup?
3/4 of a cup. Oh, we need to crush the garlic. What
Garlic.
happened to
Oh,
the
yeah.
garlic? 2 cloves. We just chop the garlic finely.
How much parsley do you need?
We need about 3 tablespoons.
That's enough?
Yes. Okay, then we'll put the cheese in it. And just
And
a
what
little
kind
bit.
of cheese are you using?
This is Romano, Pecorino Romano cheese.
Okay.
And then we put 2 eggs.
Authentic family recipes. I like that. Where is the authentic part from?
It's from Sicily.
Sicily. Really?
This is wine
That's how you drink your wine in a little
in
jar
a little
like that?
jar. Okay, and I usually put my hands in it. My hands are clean, so it's
Yes,
okay
go
to
ahead.
use my hands.
They don't know. What are gangsters in Sicily, huh?
I don't know of any.
You sure? None? Nobody in the family?
No, it doesn't.
Pinstripe suits?
Well, we have the suits, but not the
Large
gangsters.
men that meet around the table discussing things in private?
Okay, this is ready. So now what
Totally
we
not
do?
the question. You know what that means. Something's going on.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm smart enough.
so now you just grab a handful.
Hang on. I'm smart enough not to push this object. I don't want to be visited late at night by large men.
No.
Sorry.
You won't. Need a skillet
Heat,
and also a little bit of oil.
olive oil. I feel like I gotta make at least
Okay,
one or two.
go ahead.
That's okay.
Put your hands in it. That's it.
Do you pack them hard?
No, just very lightly. Don't pack them too hard. So I make them kind of a medium size and not too small, not too big.
Perfect.
So do you
Go
want to put
ahead.
him in?
Yeah, no.
Put him in?
Yeah,
And we'll just put him in.
you're the grandmother. And what do they call you?
My grandchildren call me Nonna.
Nona.
Nonna.
And now we're gonna cook these fully?
No, not fully. Just a little golden color. Just we turn them occasionally, and then we just drop them in the sauce,
Yeah.
and they cook for 2 hours.
2 hours
An hour
in
and
the
a
sauce.
half. Make sure that you stir them so they won't get, they don't stick to the bottom.
Got it. Okay.
And then they're ready.
Nona in my kitchen.
Cooking with Nonna.
Cooking with Nona. Now see, this is my show. Don't try and take the name.
Put them in your favorite sauce, and you can use regular sauce. You can use
Yeah.
you know,
Anything.
any kind of bought
Anything you
sauce.
want.
But I prefer to make my own sauce.
Well, I would
I don't know.
expect that from Nona. And in here, bubbling away,
It's
are the ones you made. Did you make them yesterday?
last night. Yeah.
Last night.
Here's one. And
okay.
this green stuff is basil.
Right.
How does it taste?
Oh, like a little bit of heaven right in my mouth. Let me tell you this. What I have happening in my mouth right now is the reason to make your own meatballs. Forget the store-bought ones. In fact, they should be shot for making those things. This is absolutely,
Squeezito.
it's exactly what I was gonna say. Here's the lesson about cooking with grandmas. Their food is fabulous, but you get to hang out with them. That's why you should do this. That's why I wanted to do this today. 3 grandmas, 3 kinds of food. It's all been fun, and I've got the fun. You guys now need to get to your grandmas, if they're still here. If they're not, find somebody's grandma and hang with them. That's the lesson for today. I'm Sam the Cooking Guy. This is Nona in my kitchen. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you. I'll see you guys.
If you want any of the recipes that Sam made today,
Check the website, ctn.org.
What do you call
What
it?
made
A
you,
go-to?
how do you,
What do they call it? Some people call it a soul patch. Flavor saver.
We are the world. No, okay.
Looking straight there even when
yeah,
you're
no,
done.
wait a minute, I forgot already.
Welcome to the Siobhan Show. I'm just nothing anymore. I'm here in the background. It's all about... You nervous?
No.
Not at all?
No.
I don't make you nervous?
No, you're very comfortable.
I'm over there.
The longer you keep me here, the longer I forget.
Oh, grandmother...
Is
What do
this
they...
a cooking show?
I know. Can you
And
believe
here,
that's
I
what
was told it
people
was
say?
a granny makeover.
People say, all right, see, what is this? Oh no, she just ate the paper from the pound cake. That's gonna be nice in 2 days. Stop, my nose is running so bad. You know what I'm thinking? The other thing that would help would be if everybody stopped moving around and sitting in chairs that were crunching over there. That would be
The noise in the background is
Also
really disturbing the jello. That's
helpful.
What it is.
Exactly. Thank you.
I
It's been a pleasure.
really had a ball. Had so much fun.
I can't believe it. I have a cold that came out of nowhere.
I've just got you all messed up.
My mic's all screwed. Can't see my black t-shirt underneath. I work so hard at getting my look right. I have such anxiety at night over stuff like this, I can't believe it. It is hard being me.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's no secret to this next trick. Hard hat, check. Tank, check. Building permit. Uh-oh. Never fear, Magic fans. They're in here somewhere. Voila! But don't try this at home. There's no secret to building permits. Even I need them.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. It felt like I never even had a say. But then you came along.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Please volunteer 2 hours a week as a court-appointed special advocate.
I was born here in Las Vegas in 1913.
Born in Las Vegas in 1936.
August 1931.
October 1953.
Born here on February 22nd.
I've been here since the first day of 1950.
Came to Las Vegas in 1949.
I came to Las Vegas in 1953.
October 3rd, 1949.
1952 September.
I moved here in 1955.
Came to Las Vegas in 1943.
In 1961.
I was born here in Clark County before Las Vegas.
Well, the town was very small. It was kind of fun because you knew almost everybody in town. Growing up in Las Vegas was just like growing up in any other small town, even though they had gambling.
Fremont Street was paved from Main to 5th, which is Las Vegas Boulevard. Beyond that, you had to go to Barstow to see pavement.
Water, literally, coming out of the ground, artesian water, and I used to go out there when I was a kid and catch frogs.
We had ropes that hung out of trees, the cottonwoods, and swing out into the ponds. They were probably filthy dirty, but we did it anyway.
That pool sometimes would be so crowded you'd have to be very careful when you dived in that you didn't hit somebody going in.
We had a movie house here, the Majestic Theater, but in the summer they'd have to close it down and they'd put it out at outdoor theater.
We kids would all climb the trees and see the movie.
My buddy and I would take our BB guns and go out in the desert in a canteen and hike.
I used to roller skate up one side of Fremont Street and down the other.
The butcher would call or come by and get your meat order and then deliver it in the afternoon.
In the early days, my mother would have to get 25-pound ice about every other day to put in the icebox. We didn't have refrigerators.
The Iceman, when he came on a wagon.
Go up there and you could reach up and get some of the chips of ice out of the back end of that wagon.
Tommy also, he came down with a truck with a horse pulling it, and he'd have vegetables. My mother would go out and hang with him.
One of my favorite memories is in the twilight, hearing the kids run up and down the block. We would play hide and seek over the whole neighborhood. The parents would sit outside and visit because there was no air conditioning.
What did you do without air conditioning? Well, you sweated it out.
Didn't seem to know it was hot. As a kid, we didn't care.
We just kept the windows open, and usually you could take a bath and then lie down in a damp sheet without drying off, and it would help you be cool.
I remember they hung sheets. They'd wet sheets and hang them up in front of the window, and as the breeze came through, it would evaporate the water off the sheets.
First, shall I say, air conditioning we got. My dad put a box, made it out of chicken wire and Excelsior.
He made a little wooden frame, and in that he placed a fan.
It had Excelsior inside the chicken wire with water dripping down through the Excelsior.
He put burlap sacks all around that and turned the hose and let it slowly drip on it.
And it was the year before they even built swamp coolers.
So we got a little relief from the heat that way.
We only had that in 2 rooms in the house, and it was everybody congregated in the summertime in those 2 rooms.
Some of these nights, 90 and 100 degrees all night long, and during the day, 110, 115. It's almost insufferable.
You grew up together, you shopped together, suffered together.
And people don't really understand what Vegas was all about back then. We were just a railroad stop.
And circumstances caused the railroad to kind of pull out, and this was awfully dead town, but it was really, really tough.
Hola a todos y feliz año nuevo.
En el Condado Clark.
Hablamos tu idioma.
Te presentamos nuestra nueva página de Facebook y Twitter en español.
Infórmate sobre lo que pasa en tu comunidad.
Y en el Condado Clark.
Síguenos en Twitter y danos like en Facebook.
Te esperamos. Te esperamos.
You're watching Clark County Television, our community, our home, Clark County, Nevada.
Straight ahead on UMC Digest, you drink, you drive, you lose. How UMC trauma is taking on one of the Valley's deadliest issues on the roads. Plus, a half-court miracle. A basketball player suffers a major heart attack right in the middle of a game. What doctors say saved his life. And a tearful reunion. A family meets the people who saved them from a fiery inferno, their inspiring story of survival. Plus, an out-of-this-world night of entertainment and food for a one-of-a-kind cause. We take you inside the Evening of Hope Gala. Hello and welcome to UMC Digest. Thank you for joining us. I'm Danita Cohen, the Chief Experience Officer at University Medical Center. On this edition of UMC Digest, drunk and distracted driving continue to be big issues here in Southern Nevada, and now county officials are sounding the alarm as more people are dying on the valley's roads in crashes that are 100% preventable. Here at UMC's Level 1 Trauma Center, our skilled physicians and nurses treat thousands of the most critically injured patients every year, and they're hoping that these stories can inspire our community's newest drivers to make smarter decisions behind the wheel. Tires screeching, crushed metal, sirens, and the humming of the air ambulance. These are the very real sounds you could hear if you choose to drink and get behind the wheel of a car.
The stuff you see in movies and TVs and stuff, we see this real every single day, and it's very, very sad.
It's a reality UMC Trauma Medical Director Dr. Douglas Fraser hopes can make a lasting impression on local high schoolers in a program called You Drink, You Drive, You Lose.
In all honesty, every single person sitting here can be a victim of this. We don't like making those phone calls. I mean, I can't think of anything worse than to have, a moment where we have to notify a family member of a young child that's injured in a crash or hurt in some way of walking across the street, and someone else decided that they want to be on their cell phone and look down for a second.
And just some of the stories are so moving that it's like you want to do whatever you can to prevent it, and he talks a lot about the preventable accidents.
The program gives students at AmPlus Academy an up-close and personal look at the consequences of drunk and distracted driving through real-life demonstrations with first responders and first-hand accounts from victims like Anne Marie.
That driver took away someone's son and someone's brother, and he did a 180 on my life. And the next thing I know is my mom is at my bedside in the hospital at UMC. She's telling me everything that happened. And she's telling me that Jesse died. He tried to shield me from the car, and he passed away from his injuries.
Having people physically in front of you, it really realizes the situation as opposed to just hearing about, another drunk driving crash last night. It makes it real for us.
It's reactions like this Clark County Commissioner Michael Naft is hoping will change a sobering trend in Southern Nevada.
It's because this issue, this problem has gotten so severe in our community, 30% increase in the last couple of years, that even the people who make money selling alcohol have realized it's a problem.
That's why Dr. Frazier says it's important for everyone to be aware of their surroundings on the road so you don't become a victim in one of these crashes.
It's a privilege to drive a vehicle. And you need to be responsible, and that means you need to look when you go through an intersection. That means when you're sitting at a red light, you need to look up in your rearview mirror once in a while and make sure another impaired person is not going to change your life.
A cardiac arrest on the court. Seemingly healthy and winning at a local basketball tournament, a California father dropped to the ground after making a layup. Doctors say it's a miracle he made it to UMC, and now he's sharing what saved his life.
I'm a 58-year-old guy, but I still play on 40 and over, 45 and over, you know.
Meet Edgard Leongson, a father, a hard worker, and a basketball fanatic.
I've been playing since I was maybe 8 years old, 10 years old when I was from Manila.
Edgar moved to the U.S. when he was 21, and he's been traveling from his San Francisco area home to tournaments all over the country. It was his latest tournament here in Las Vegas that changed his life forever.
I went for a layup. That was the last basket that happened. And then as I started running down the court to play back on defense, that's where I fell on my face, flat on the ground.
Edgard's heart stopped, and everyone in the gym mounted a full court press to save his life. A coach, who was also a physician, and an off-duty nurse watching the tournament rushed to start CPR.
I was on flatline twice. So the third time the ambulance came, that's when they hit me with their defibrillator and then just, give me the electric shock. And then that's when I opened up my eyes and everybody started clapping,
Edgard was transported to UMC, where heart surgeon Dr. Giovanni Ciuffo was shocked that he had a patient to operate on.
He actually had something that is commonly known as the widowmaker, or the left main coronary artery stenosis, plus his right coronary was completely blocked. You have to realize that once your heart stops, the clock is ticking. You really have a very short amount of time. Once your brain and your kidneys and all your organs are deprived of blood flow because the heart stopped, within a few minutes, these organs get damaged.
Dr. Ciuffo performed life-saving open heart surgery, bypassing 4 blockages in Edgar's heart. He says Edgard is very lucky to be alive.
And I can tell you my experience, what happened to him is really dangerous. Very few people survive a situation like that. But he had the right people at the right time every step of the way.
It was really a miracle.
Something as simple as knowing how to do chest compression, assisting someone who's unconscious to breathe, and having one of these automatic defibrillators can save so many lives. And I think it should be something that most people, especially in sport events or anywhere where there is a physical activity, or even in simple shops that have a lot of customers, there should always be someone who can bail out someone from such a deadly situation.
As for Edgard, he says he'll be sitting on the bench for a little while, excited about his second chance at life.
Maybe I will just spend more time with the family and friends,
But Dr. Ciuffo is confident we'll see Edgard back on the court soon.
I am sure he's going to go back to playing basketball. They all talk like that because they still feel they're being hit hard by the operation. But within the next 2 months, he's going to start making plans about back on the league like nothing happened.
A family on the trip of a lifetime now fighting for their lives. Their incredible story of survival and their special reunion with the first responders who saved their life. On the other side of this break.
Calamity. It lurks around every corner. Or not. That's why UMC Quick Care is around every corner, with locations around the valley. UMC Quick Care, for all your small calamities.
Nevada's only transplant center and verified burn center, the science is here. With award-winning cardiologist and the state's only dedicated heart failure clinic, the talent is here. With Nevada's most advanced robotic surgery, the technology is here. And with the Silver State's only designated pediatric trauma center, hope is here. All because we are here. UMC.
Welcome back to UMC Digest. What started out as a trip of a lifetime ended with a loving family in the greatest battle of their lives. The Copeland family spent months here at UMC's Lyons Burn Care Center after a massive explosion ripped through their home on wheels. Today, they're alive and making new progress every day, and they want to thank the people who made that possible.
You.
A reunion full of tears, hugs, and hope for Kyle Copeland and his family.
Good to meet you guys. Were you guys so grateful?
2 months before, no one would have ever believed this meeting could happen.
Saving my daughter, pumping her heart for 10 minutes. Thank you.
It was December 27th, 2021, just 2 days after Christmas. The Copelands were on the ultimate family adventure. Kyle and Whitney had sold their home and moved into a converted bus with their 4 children, ready to travel the country. On this cold December night, the family was in southern Utah, where their dream quickly became a nightmare. Their home on wheels suddenly set ablaze after a propane tank exploded, and 2 of their children were stuck inside. Kyle, an Air Force veteran, ran into the flames and by some miracle was able to pull 12-year-old Pepper and 4-year-old Crew out of the fire. The family was rushed to the St. George Regional Hospital where they were stabilized, but their burns were severe and they needed expert care. That's why they were transported via helicopter to UMC, home to the only verified burn center in the region. With burns to more than 50% of her body, 12-year-old Pepper was clinging to life. Her heart stopped mid-flight and the paramedics sprung into action. They performed life-saving CPR on her for nearly 10 minutes.
Without their interventions, Pepper would not have made it to UMC and we would not have had the opportunity to continue to care for her.
Now, 2 months after the day that changed their lives forever, the Copeland family is doing something they never thought they'd be able to do: thank the people who saved their lives.
You could call this a tragedy, an incident, but we have received such compassion and love from so many people, and we feel a ton of gratitude for everybody that's been a part of this.
I know it's their job, but at the end of the day, it meant something way bigger to us than just a job. And so being able to see them and put a face with a name and the flight crews, it was very special.
Alyssa Holt and Dexter Shears are the flight paramedics whose quick action kept Pepper alive. Experienced in all sorts of emergencies, they say they frequently meet people on their very worst days, and they don't often get to know how their patients are doing after they get them to the hospital.
It's humbling, but it's also a little rewarding because like for us, it's another day in the office is another day at work, but it's rewarding.
We'll never forget that night in Vail and meeting the Copeland family the way that we did. And so to get to see them here now with the progress that they've made when it was a pretty rough night is incredibly special. And I don't think we'll ever forget the opportunity to come and say hello to them and let them know that we've been thinking about them every day.
They've made tremendous progress. They had very severe burns. All three individuals had burns that were a threat to their life. But thankfully, because of the work that our EMS crew did in the field, and then the work that we've done since then in the burn unit and in collaboration with our pediatric ICU colleagues for the 2 kids and all the other ancillary staff, we were able to get them through this and get them save their lives and get 2 of the 3 discharged. But the work continues.
The Copeland family still has a long way to go on their road to recovery, but their amazing story of survival continues to inspire others, including Broadway star Katharine McPhee.
You all have been through a lot, but you managed to still smile and you're doing your best, stay positive.
There's still love and peace and chaos, you know.
Yeah.
The American Idol star, moved by the family's positivity, performed the Nat King Cole classic, Smile.
If you smile through your fears and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through. If you just smile.
A message the Copeland family takes to heart every day.
Our lives have been changed forever. We know that, and that's okay. And we're grateful for the opportunity to take something on that's new, and that might be difficult, and hard is okay. And that's where we stand as a family. But we couldn't do this without everybody.
Kyle, Crew, and Pepper have been released from UMC, and they continue to heal every day. The family recently moved back to their home state of New York, but before they left, they spent a fun family night out at the Las Vegas ballpark thanks to the Lions Club of Clark County. The organization has been a beacon of hope to burn patients just like them and thousands of others as the namesake of the world-class Lions Burn Care Center right here at UMC.
Lions Worldwide Induction Day.
A roar of applause at Las Vegas ballpark for a worldwide organization that does so much for our community.
Where there's a need, there's a lion. So wherever a need is identified, we do it.
And that's exactly what the Lions Club of Clark County did more than 50 years ago when members funded the Lions Burn Care Center here at UMC.
Lions have a burn center, and it's the only one in the country. In fact, it might be the only one in the world.
This historic and unique partnership started in 1968 when the local Lions Club funded the world-class burn center that now bears the organization's name. At that time, burn victims in southern Nevada had nowhere to turn for the specialized care they needed.
I think over 50 years that we have worked together, and Burn Center has saved thousands of lives. You know, we couldn't live here without them.
3, 2, 1.
Esther Louie Henry and her late husband Dan spent decades fundraising for the Lions Burn Care Center, helping it to become Nevada's only verified burn center, also serving patients from California, Arizona, and Utah.
I know I have family that live in Arizona, California, Utah, all those places that the residents come over and their lives are saved.
Esther says hearing inspirational stories of survival, like the Copelands, brings tears to her eyes.
That caught my attention. And so when I saw him crying, I cried also. So I think for him, it was very emotional. And for me, it validated that all the years that I worked side by side with my late husband was worth it. Because here's one family that was saved.
World-class entertainment, celebrity chefs, exclusive experiences, and inspirational stories of survival. The UMC Foundation's Evening of Hope Gala had it all and raised a record-breaking amount for programs aimed at helping our valley's most critically ill and injured patients. Take a look.
It's epic. It's everything. Tonight we made history for UMC.
A night to remember under the stars with the stars.
Hello, everyone. You're right there all night through. Come on.
Broadway stars Katharine McPhee and Eric Bergen.
Oh, what a night. Late December back in 63.
Bringing down the house with powerful performances as the headliners for the UMC Foundation's inaugural Evening of Hope Gala.
We have such a fabulous evening planned for you. The lineup tonight, folks, is stacked.
From performances by Spiegelworld's Atomic Saloon Show and Absinthe to the opera stylings of Sarah Fulco, the Evening of Hope Gala was a show to remember.
Let's talk about these chefs we have, ladies and gentlemen. Over a dozen celebrity chefs here tonight supporting UMC. Show them some love, folks.
This fundraising event also making history for a very delicious reason, giving guests a record-breaking amount of James Beard award-winning chefs all in one place for one very good cause, UMC's patients.
Gala's been out of this world. My kids and my family are so amazed at how good this is. And I grew up in Vegas and in the convention industry, and this is top-notch.
The gala raised funds to enhance the healing environment at UMC and UMC's Children's Hospital through integrative therapy programs and renovations to patient care areas.
It's raising funds for the pediatric sedation room where children come in for some scary procedures, and we're going to help make that not so scary and bring some electronic devices and things to help calm them in those fears.
The night also featured stories from some of UMC's most famous trauma survivors, including Andrew Lynn.
UMC is the lifesaver. They saved my life. Wouldn't be here without them.
Andrew made national news 10 years ago when he was impaled in the face after crashing into a fence.
I mean, the X-ray is so unbelievable. It looks fake. To me, it still looks fake. It's hard to understand that. How that could happen and how somebody would still be alive. So, yeah, it's humbling, to be honest with you. It's very humbling.
Andrew says he's so happy to see the community coming together to support the hospital that saved his life.
Especially knowing firsthand the benefits of UMC and what it can do for somebody and how they help people, it's invaluable. I don't know if people realize how lucky we are to have UMC in the trauma center and how good they are. The doctors are best in the world. So to see the community help raise money for them, it's really inspiring to see that.
A smashing success for Nevada's highest level of care with more than $1 million raised. The sky is now the limit for next year.
This year's goal was $1 million. Next year we'll go for $2 million.
Coming up on UMC Digest, Halloween. It's a favorite tradition of kids all over the country, from costumes to the trick-or-treating. But what if you're stuck in the hospital? You could miss out on the fun. So a popular Halloween store is making sure that doesn't happen for our youngest patients. Stay with us for the story.
It lurks around every corner. Or not. That's why UMC Quick Care is around every corner. With locations around the valley. UMC Quick Care for all your small needs.
Welcome back to UMC Digest. Monsters, princesses, superheroes, and even human tacos haunt the halls this Halloween at UMC's Children's Hospital. It's all thanks to Spirit Halloween and their mission to make the hospital experience less scary for our youngest patients. Patients at UMC's Children's Hospital don't miss out on a spooky good time.
respite where they can forget about anything that's bothering them and maybe bring some joy to them and take their mind off their illness.
Britton Scott owns the Spirit Halloween store here in Las Vegas. He said he is for hosting the event every year.
I really enjoy that. Money, all of this stuff donated for the party today, that's 100% Spirit donates that. It's a corporate donation from Spirit to make sure that these kids have a Halloween they can remember.
For those patients to get away and be a character during the Halloween season makes it really special. So we're so appreciative of the relationship with Halloween, the art stage, the community.
At UMC's Children's Hospital, making the experience a little less frightening for our young patients.
Every year we raise money. 100% of every dollar we raise goes directly to UMC. If you come in one of our children with $1, that $1 goes to UMC.
Since 2010, Spirit of Children, through Spirit Halloween, has raised more than $844,000 for UMC Children's Hospital, with a record-breaking
renovation of the second floor where the pediatric patients are. So this kind of really helps and goes a long way.
We made a gift out to UMC and UMC's Children's Hospital. UMC Foundation's second annual gift to 5K with a massive success, raising close to $25,000, and all of them are going directly to the healing process from our bowels, critically ill.
You are helping the foundation raise money for UMC to support the highest level of care in Nevada.
Also
they have made 5-acre parcel of land at Clark County for a day. It was on the interior district map. And the way she developed it there,
chances for treatment and a significantly improved outcome.
We know that 1 in 36 people in the United States are diagnosed on the autism spectrum. Advocates say that early intervention is the key to changing not only the lives of children diagnosed with ASD, but also the lives of their parents.
To learn more about autism, patient services, and how you can help make a difference, visit grantagift.com. Another Blue Bulb ceremony recognized Child Abuse Prevention Month in our community. Commissioner Justin Jones and representatives from Olive Crest flipped a switch to turn the lights blue to recognize Child Abuse Awareness Month. This effort is in support and protection of our most vulnerable and precious population, children in the Silver State.
Child abuse and neglect is a serious problem, as illustrated by the more than 13,000 investigations our Department of Family Services conducted last year. Sadly, more than 2,900 of those investigations substantiated the allegations that were made.
Commissioner Jones presented a proclamation to recognize the work done by Olive Crest. For the past 50 years, Olive Crest has created vibrant partnerships with Clark County and other community organizations. Their tireless efforts have resulted in transforming the lives of more than 200,000 children and families.
At Olive Crest, our mission is to end child abuse and neglect. We're doing that through 3 key approaches of family preservation, licensed foster care, and support for teens and young adults who have aged out of foster care.
If you suspect a child is being abused or neglected, don't hesitate to call the Child Abuse Hotline at 702-399-0081. Or to assist Olive Crest in their mission of Strong Families, Safe Kids, visit their website at olivecrest.org. Clark County, UMC, and a number of community partners have a new campaign that is aimed at keeping babies safe while they sleep.
Clark County's Department of Family Services is working with many community partners to unveil an important public safety campaign today: How to Put Your Baby to Sleep.
Clark County's Department of Family Services, the American Academy of Pediatrics, University Medical Center, and a coalition of community partners are teaming up to protect our most vulnerable population against a danger you might not think of: sleeping.
So in 2021, we responded to 24 co-sleep related deaths. In 2022, again, 24 co-sleep related deaths. The youngest child for that year was...
Babies die each year, quickly and unexpectedly while they sleep. Most of these deaths are, which often is a result of a baby co-sleeping or bed sharing with a parent.
It's unsafe for parents to sleep with their newborns because there's a suffocation risk. You never know. You may think that you're a light sleeper or that you're not going to roll over because you don't move while you sleep, or that your child's going to stay right where they are, but you can never really guarantee that, and there's a risk of being able to suffocate your child.
Safe Sleep is a new outreach campaign designed to keep the youngest among us protected while they slumber.
Babies should always sleep alone in their crib.
Public service announcements in English
¿Sabía usted que cada año en los Estados
and
Unidos
Spanish are just part of the Safe Sleep message. Clark County has designed a new webpage with additional resources for parents, and this side up is the message on 10,000 baby onesies, which are available free of charge.
A baby is still safest sleeping flat on their back in a crib alone.
The American Academy of Pediatrics has a public, strict stance on the best practice for a baby's sleep. And everyone in the medical field is adamant co-sleeping deaths are 100% preventable. And that includes blankets, toys, pillows, and other creature comforts for children and adults that could be a death hazard for a newborn.
Every new parent will find that everyone around them has lots of advice, and while that advice is well-intentioned, the most important advice to take is from your medical provider, from your physician, from the American Pediatrics Association, from reliable sources that are giving the most current, most up-to-date, and most proven information for you to use.
Baby's Bounty is a proud partner in Clark County's Safe Sleep initiative. This local organization offers boots-on-the-ground services, distributing free products for newborns and their mothers, including a weekly diaper bank.
Baby's Bounty is a 15-year-old nonprofit working to improve health outcomes here in Nevada. By one of our programs is our Baby Bundle program, which provides all the supplies needed to care for a newborn for the first 6 months of life, including, most importantly, the crib, so a safe sleep environment. So we're super excited to be a part of this program and also to distribute the onesies reminding parents to keep their children on their back, alone in a crib at all times.
Clark County's Family Service Department is the agency that is tasked with the monumental role of keeping children safe. Parents can find more information about ensuring a safe sleep environment for their babies at ClarkCountyNV.gov/safe-sleep. Well, that's our show. For more information on anything you've seen on this program or anything relating to your county government, visit our website at ClarkCountyNV.gov. On behalf of all of us here at Clark County Television, I'm Randy Swallow. We'll see you again next time on Clark County Chronicles.
Thanks for watching Clark County Television, the best access to your local government.
Welcome to Flight Path, an inside look at Las Vegas' own Harry Reid International Airport and the airports of the Clark County aviation system. In this episode, we'll show you some new parking options at LAS, take you on a tour of expanded aircraft parking at Henderson Executive Airport, and offer up some handy travel tips. We'll also hear firsthand what it's like to do business at the airport from one of our own specialty retail entrepreneurs. All this and more coming up.
Good news for travelers looking to park at Terminal 1. There are now more than 600 additional spaces available to the public. The spots are located on level 0 of the long-term garage. For those unfamiliar with the area, getting there can be a bit tricky. Here's how to find it. Follow the signs to long-term parking and pull into the garage. When you see the sign for more parking, stay on the same level and turn right, then left, following the exit signs. Turn left to enter the helix going down. Instead of exiting, veer to the right for zero-level parking. In addition to these newly available spaces, a new economy lot has just opened in time for the busy summer travel season. The lot is located adjacent to the Terminal 1 garage and increases parking capacity by more than 1,000 spaces. Follow the signs to get there. Grab your bags, lock your car, and get ready to take off. The Clark County Department of Aviation recently completed an 18-acre expansion of the aircraft parking area at Henderson Executive Airport. This investment in general aviation infrastructure helps prepare our airport system for future growth in the private and business jet traffic, driven by high-profile, large-scale events. During big event weekends, general aviation operations at Harry Reid International Airport often reach capacity, and private aircraft are directed to Henderson and North Las Vegas Airport. In these instances, available aircraft parking at Henderson has reached capacity, making this expansion a necessity. The airport's convenient location offers easy access to freeways, hotels, convention spaces, and the Strip. The project began in April of 2022 on previously undeveloped land just west of the terminal building. The new space will also be able to support newer, heavier aircraft. In April, the FAA announced the airport will receive $871,000 in funding from a bipartisan infrastructure law. Upgrades at HND will enhance the air traffic control tower by replacing aging equipment and systems and improve critical operation areas of the tower.
Las Vegas travelers who are flying with their four-legged family members have several indoor and outdoor options for when pets need a break. At Terminal 1, there are 2 outdoor pet relief areas, one outside baggage claim and another outside departures. Inside, there's a space for your furry friends just past the Seagate security checkpoint, as well as an area on level 2 of the D concourse. Terminal 3 offers an outdoor relief area curbside on level 0 on the east side of the building, and an indoor space post-security near gate E11. For more information and to view maps to the pet relief areas, visit our website, harryreidairport.com/special assistance. For business owners, LAS offers the opportunity to reach new customers every day, but opening and operating a business at the airport isn't as simple as choosing a location and hanging up a sign. That's why the Department of Aviation hosts informational workshops for businesses hoping to set up shop at LAS. These sessions allow local entrepreneurs to network, explore resources, and learn about the challenges of operating in an airport environment. They also learn how to prepare and submit a proposal. Getting a foot in the door can be a long process. A business isn't guaranteed to be selected on the first try. The owners of airport specialty retail shop Califano know that firsthand. For the Khalif family, persistence was key.
We moved here 23 years ago from Colorado and always admired how close the airport is to our fantastic and fabulous city, and it's very busy, so we thought it would be a good opportunity one day to be able to share our love for crystals, gemstones, fossils, and recycled metal art with more visitors traveling to Las Vegas.
Their journey to becoming tenants at LAS began 15 years ago when Ashraf Khalif saw a notice in the local paper seeking requests for proposals, or RFPs, at the airport.
We submitted an application for one of these RFPs around 15 years ago, and unfortunately it didn't work out that time. We were not chosen.
Years later, his wife came across another RFP on social media. The family decided to give it another shot. After attending an airport workshop, they were ready to apply for a contract.
Before the workshop, it seemed a little bit intimidating because so much of the footprint for the retail and the restaurants here at the airport seemed like it was really larger companies. But at the workshop, we learned that there really is opportunity for small business.
In 2021, Califano opened 2 stores at LAS, the first pre-security above baggage claim, and the second in the D concourse. With 2 locations at the airport, the company has been able to maximize its audience.
What we feel is the strength of the airport is the visibility. We have more exposure here than we can have anywhere else. What we noticed after we opened our airport location, we've seen more traffic on our websites.
And while the exposure at LAS has been good for business, there are...
As an 18, 17-year-old, you don't know how to deal with, your mom not loving you or not being there for you, and it's just really hard.
I did jump around from different foster homes to foster homes. I would lose my...
Welcome to Flight Path, an inside look at Las Vegas' own Harry Reid International Airport and the airports of the Clark County Aviation System. In this episode, we'll show you some new parking options at LAS, take you on a tour of expanded aircraft parking at Henderson Executive Airport, and offer up some handy travel tips. We'll also hear firsthand what it's like to do business at the airport from one of our own specialty retail entrepreneurs. All this and more coming up.
Good news for travelers looking to park at Terminal 1. There are now more than 600 additional spaces available to the public. The spots are located on level 0 of the long-term garage. For those unfamiliar with the area, getting there can be a bit tricky. Here's how to find it. Follow the signs to long-term parking and pull into the garage. When you see the sign for more parking, stay on the same level and turn right, then left, following the exit signs. Turn left to enter the helix going down. Instead of exiting, veer to the right for 0-level parking. In addition to these newly available spaces, a new economy lot has just opened in time for the busy summer travel season. The lot is located adjacent to the Terminal 1 garage and increases parking capacity by more than 1,000 spaces. Follow the signs to get there. Grab your bags, lock your car, and get ready to take off. The Clark County Department of Aviation recently completed an 18-acre expansion of the aircraft parking area at Henderson Executive Airport. This investment in general aviation infrastructure helps prepare our airport system for future growth in the private and business jet traffic driven by high-profile, large-scale events. During big event weekends, general aviation operations at Harry Reid International Airport often reach capacity, and private aircraft are directed to Henderson in North Las Vegas Airport. In these instances, available aircraft parking at Henderson has reached capacity, making this expansion a necessity. The airport's convenient location offers easy access to freeways, hotels, convention spaces, and the Strip. The project began in April of 2022 on previously undeveloped land just west of the terminal building. The new space will also be able to support newer, heavier aircraft. In April, the FAA announced the airport will receive $871,000 in funding from a bipartisan infrastructure law. Upgrades at HND will enhance the air traffic control tower by replacing aging equipment and systems and improve critical operation areas of the tower.
Las Vegas travelers who are flying with their four-legged family members have several indoor and outdoor options for when pets need a break. At Terminal 1, there are 2 outdoor pet relief areas, one outside baggage claim and another outside departures. Inside, there's a space for your furry friends just past the Seagate security checkpoint, as well as an area on Level 2 of the D concourse. Terminal 3 offers an outdoor relief area curbside on Level 0 on the east side of the building, and an indoor space post-security near Gate E11. For more information and to view maps to the pet relief areas, visit our website, harryreidairport.com/special assistance. For business owners, LAS offers the opportunity to reach new customers every day. But opening and operating a business at the airport isn't as simple as choosing a location and hanging up a sign. That's why the Department of Aviation hosts informational workshops for businesses hoping to set up shop at LAS. These sessions allow local entrepreneurs to network, explore resources, and learn about the challenges of operating in an airport environment. They also learn how to prepare and submit a proposal. Getting a foot in the door can be a long process. A business isn't guaranteed to be selected on the first try. The owners of airport specialty retail shop Califano know that firsthand. For the Khalif family, persistence was key.
We moved here 23 years ago from Colorado and always admired how close the airport is to our fantastic and fabulous city, and it's very busy, so we thought it would be a good opportunity one day to be able to share our love for crystals, gemstones, fossils, and recycled metal art with more visitors traveling to Las Vegas.
Their journey to becoming tenants at LAS began 15 years ago when Ashraf Khalif saw a notice in the local paper seeking requests for proposals, or RFPs, at the airport.
We submitted an application for one of these RFPs around 15 years ago, and unfortunately it didn't work out that time. We were not chosen.
Years later, his wife came across another RFP on social media. The family decided to give it another shot. After attending an airport workshop, they were ready to apply for a contract.
Before the workshop, it seemed a little bit intimidating because so much of the footprint for the retail and the restaurants here at the airport seemed like it was really larger companies. But at the workshop, we learned that there really is opportunity for small business.
In 2021, Califano opened 2 stores at LAS, the first pre-security above baggage claim, and the second in the D concourse. With 2 locations at the airport, the company has been able to maximize its audience.
What we feel is the strength of the airport is the visibility. We have more exposure here than we can have anywhere else. What we noticed after we opened our airport location, we've seen more traffic on our websites.
And while the exposure at LAS has been good for business, there are unique challenges to operating at the airport.
The hours are long. We open from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. So our labor costs are a bit higher than they are for our retail locations on the strip. There's an added expense for extra badging and screening and parking for ourselves and for our team. So the cost to do business is higher.
For other local entrepreneurs interested in doing business at the airport, Khalif says they should be patient and pay attention to the details when putting together a proposal.
It does take time. It's a serious investment for your time, and you'll probably want to have your accountant present with you. You want to have a good architect to help you with your renderings, but it is rewarding, but just stay the course and be patient. I would say it's worth the hard work and worth the patience.
For more information about doing business at the airport, visit harryreidairport.com/business and click the Development tab at the top.
To the bright blue skies, doing loop-de-loops.
Airport employees made community connections during Nevada Reading Week, sharing their love of books with students at Gene Ward Elementary School. To showcase the variety of jobs at the airport, everyone from electricians to executive leadership took part in the week's events.
He listens, then he asks, "Would you like one more turn?"
Many read aviation-themed books and stories, a fitting choice as the school sits in the shadows of LAS and Gene Ward students can see and hear planes coming and going during the school day. After reading to first graders from one of her favorite books, Director of Aviation Rosemary Vasiliadis encouraged the class to broaden their horizons through reading.
During Human Trafficking Awareness Month in January, Harry Reid International Airport partnered with Airline Ambassadors International to offer employees training to help them better recognize the signs of human trafficking.
The trainings that we provide offer individuals, especially aviation and airline employees, information, and it helps us to understand what we're looking at and who we're looking at, how to report it and who we report it to.
Attendees not only learned how to identify the signs of this horrible crime and the people who might be in distress, but also how to approach the situation.
We don't want you to go after anybody, try to rescue anybody, judge anyone. We just need people to recognize it and report it. And those are the two things that save lives.
Employees walked away with a wealth of knowledge and tools to help them in the fight against human trafficking, as well as a feeling of wanting to get involved in ending this practice.
I feel it's very important to get as much information that I can pass down to my team members and my department so that we can all be part of solving this trafficking problem that comes through the airport system.
Aviation employees who work in airports where people are moved, once they begin to see the patterns, they know what to look for.
It is a human responsibility to be part of the solution to save lives.
The team at LAS is united in the fight against human trafficking. The January training offered to all employees is just one layer of the airport's approach to combating human trafficking.
Travel to and from Canada has gotten even easier with new airlines from north of the border launching nonstop service to Las Vegas earlier this year. Canada Jetlines now offers 3 times weekly service from Toronto, while Lynx Air flies between Calgary and Las Vegas 4 times per week.
The Canadian market for Las Vegas and the airport has always been one of the critical components to international visitors arriving here. 25% of all visitors to Las Vegas are from Canada. It's roughly 1.5 million visitors per year pre-pandemic. So when we think of Canada, our neighbor north really does enjoy coming to Las Vegas.
These additional flights give a boost to international travel to Las Vegas. Visitors from abroad tend to stay longer and spend more, a win for our tourism-based economy.
The continued growth of international air service to the destination is something that we're focused on here at Harry Reid as well as the LVCVA. Overall, international visitation represents anywhere from 15 to 20% of all visitors, and not just visitors on leisure, but also for conventions. So very, very important piece for us.
To have new carriers and new destinations come in and offer the flexibility of getting, not only visitors here to Las Vegas, but our locals be able to go to Canada is very, very exciting.
Lynx Air CEO Maren MacArthur knows Las Vegas appeals to Canadians, and she says the airline's model is to keep airfares affordable.
Lynx is adopting the ultra low-cost carrier model that's been very successful in the United States and Europe, but it has not really taken off in Canada to date. So we've seen an opportunity there, and where airfares have been too high for too long in Canada, so we're bringing ultra affordable fares into Canada and inspiring more Canadians to travel to see beautiful cities like Las Vegas.
With 14 gates serving both domestic and international airlines, along with its own baggage claim, ticketing area, and security checkpoints, Terminal 3 is big. How big? End to end, the building spans 2,300 feet, nearly half a mile long. That's good news for travelers who want to put on their walking shoes and log a mile or two before takeoff. While you're walking, don't miss the art on display, like Mirari, a collection of small butterfly sculptures suspended from the ceiling to form the shapes of 2 aircraft. When it's time to relax, find your departure gate or stop for a snack at one of the more than a dozen restaurants in the terminal.
Passenger improvements are on the horizon at LAS thanks to $31 million in federal funding. Baggage systems in both terminals will receive an upgrade with new conveyors, carousels, and standby power systems. Modernizing the baggage handling systems will provide an enhanced customer experience and boost the capacity, security, and energy efficiency of the aging systems. The funding for the project, which is expected to begin by the end of this year, is part of the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law's Airport Terminal Grant Program.
Take Your Child to Work Day was filled with activities for LAS families. The morning started with presentations by mentors from throughout the airport. Then participants boarded a bus for an airfield tour. Kids got to check out the inside of a business jet and see the airport's firefighters and their equipment in action. Law enforcement showed off an armored vehicle called a Bearcat, used by the FBI in special operations. The group also got an up-close look at the airport's automated tram system and rode the tram to Terminal 3 for a tour of Harry Reid Airport's one-of-a-kind innovation checkpoint. Finally, there was a presentation on sustainability, complete with a recycling challenge.
Thanks for joining us on this trip through our airport. Now you're ready to pack your bags and take off. Remember to follow us on social media for travel tips and information, and use the resources of our website, harryreidairport.com. We'll see you next time on Flight Path.
Let's go, come on! Don't you do it. It's just a little water in the road. The light is green, there's places to go. It's just a little water in the road. The flash flood grows, how deep, who knows? The other cars made it. Watch and learn, let me show you how it goes. Loco!
Ooh la la!
Yep.
The Clark County Wetlands Park contains many kinds of landscapes for you to explore, while never having to leave Las Vegas. Whether you visit to see the beautiful desert expanse or the cool, shady wetlands, you'll find an array of plants and animals unique to each habitat.
We don't have very many places in the Mojave Desert where we have a corridor with running water in the middle of it. The biggest variety of habitats, of course, in the valley occur here in the park. Our rarest habitat probably has to be the aquatic wetlands, which is the water and the water's marshy edge. There just isn't that much aquatic wetlands in southern Nevada anywhere. We have the riparian zone, which we kind of call the ribbon of green. Desert washes are places where we have little trees and small shrubs. They have to reach way far down for water, and they get watered periodically when we have storms.
Because life depends on water, you'll find an abundance of wildlife in the park's wetlands. Dragonflies and damselflies make their homes here. Although they look delicate, dragonflies can fly up to 35 miles an hour. You'll find them skimming the water in search of mosquitoes to eat and perching on tips of grasses while guarding their territory and looking for mates. Although they look similar, they're easy to tell apart. Dragonflies hold their wings flat and off to their sides when perched. Damselflies have thinner bodies than dragonflies and hold their wings together above their backs when resting. The desert habitat of the park features many native plants of the Mojave Desert, including cacti, an ancient plant family estimated to be 30 to 65 million years old. Many clever adaptations allowed them to thrive in the hot, dry desert. During rains, cacti expand to grow temporary roots to absorb the water. During dry spells, cacti stems contract, allowing them to survive drought. Cactus spines shade their stems and deter predators, while their colorful flowers attract pollinators.
A big, bright, glorious flower like this would be an insect-pollinated flower. And
The park features native plant species found in both wetlands and desert environments.
Come in and land on that. This is what they call the screwbean mesquite. You've got sugar and honey coming out of the flowers, and then you get this bean. A native plant is the plant that evolved and grew in the place. So it's in the habitat that has had the longest time to evolve together, so that it's a much nicer kind of marriage to the land. And an invasive is something that either we've brought in as a human race or has moved in through wind or dispersal agents. The worst invasive for us in the park itself is the salt cedar. It goes by the Latin name tamarisk. There are many hundreds of acres in the wash here now that are nothing but just solid tamarisk.
Tamarisk removal at the Wetlands Park will require work for years to come, so the beauty and diversity of the native plants, like desert willow, globe mallow, and yerba mansa, can flourish. You'll find that the Wetlands Park offers different experiences during different seasons. Cottonwood trees, typically found in riparian areas near water, are seasonal indicators. When the bright green leaves of summer turn golden in autumn, winter frosts will not be far behind. The park is home to hundreds of species of birds. Many make their home here year-round, while others stop here during seasonal migrations. Some birds change their looks with different seasons. In breeding season, American avocets change the color of their plumage, and the bill of the male ruddy duck turns a bright blue. The park's urban location provides critical habitat for wildlife, something not always found in city environments. Biologists monitor the park's wild creatures to measure their numbers.
Aww. Baby animals, hands down, have got something over all the rest of us, some indefinable sway. But what from a biologist perspective is so wonderful about it is it means that that bird has been able to successfully complete reproductions, to successfully nest out here at the Las Vegas Wash and to hatch their young. And the odds against that are actually pretty steep. Hopefully now it'll be able to raise those young up to the point where they fledge. And fledge just simply means that they're ready to strike out onto the big bad world all by themselves. That's one of the key reasons why people often conduct bird surveys, is because they're an indicator of what's going on in your environment. We've identified more than 200 species now in the some 10 years of monitoring out here on the Las Vegas Wash. Yellow warblers, if we hear them sing again, which I expect that we will. That's the yellow warbler right there. The tone's always there. It's very, very sweet. One of the descriptors for their song is "Sweet, sweet, I'm so sweet." Yeah. Or "Sweet, sweet, I'm so very sweet." And also what's fun about the yellow warbler is, okay, indicator status, riparian habitats, all fine and well, but the yellow warbler is what Tweety Bird is based on. Birds are such a diverse group. There's just always something to learn, and I love that. They always offer something new. You can never know all the answers, and they're always going to throw a curveball at you. They don't read the same guidebooks that we do. They don't know where they're supposed to be.
Visiting the Clark County Wetlands Park offers a rare glimpse into Las Vegas's origins.
This was one of the kinds of meadow that you would have found originally in Las Vegas before the entire city was urbanized. The one that we're actually sitting in right now is probably the largest piece of saltgrass meadow that we have left. When the town began to grow and we began to have suburbs developing, a lot of the meadows began to depart. I think to me, conservation means trying to hang on to as much as we can of what's natural in an area. Sometimes you can't be perfect, but you try to keep what you can keep as a heritage for the people who are going to follow you. It's wonderful to be part of actually being able to hold on to a large parcel of land with so many diverse habitats in it, and to make that available for everybody that lives in Las Vegas and everybody that visits from around the world. We're hoping people will be able to come to the Wetlands Park to fall in love with nature and to be able to take the things that they learn here and apply them in other wild places.
Though the Clark County Wetlands Park is still a work in progress, it's now open for you to experience firsthand. The Clark County Wetlands Park. It's yours.
Our community, our home, Clark County, Nevada. Thanks for watching Clark County Television, Southern Nevada's best access to local government and the community.
Coming up next on Where Fun Happens, Clark County offers summer day camps for kids. We'll tell you more. You'll meet Grace Wong in this month's Poetry Corner, and we examine our past through the lives of the Beckley children at the Clark County Museum. Those stories and more coming up next on Where Fun Happens. Clark County is enriched by parks, facilities, programs, and services. And Clark County's Parks and Recreation Department proudly offers all of these to you. But most of all, we are...
Hi, my name is Russ Thompson, Recreation Cultural Specialist for Clark County Parks and Recreation. Our department provides a wide range of different activities for children, such as summer day camp programs. The Desert Breeze Community Center, which is located in the west side of the valley, is one of many recreation centers that offer summer camps. So summer camps offer a wide range of different programs, such as sports, arts and crafts, guest speakers and workshop opportunities, and some facilities also offer swimming depending on the location. Kids are able to, instead of just sitting at home and behind a tablet or video game system, they're outside playing games at the park. They're inside, maybe learning how to paint or draw. So it's a great way for the kids to learn and also stay active in a fun, safe environment and just be and meet new friends and have a summer of a lifetime. Cost per day is $21 per day or $105 per week. And there are other ways, if you depending on your financial situation. We are partnered with Las Vegas Urban League. For more information on that, you can contact the Urban League offices on that regard. Summer camp runs from now up and through August 5th. The Desert Breeze Community Center and Aquatics Facility is located at 8275 West Spring Mountain Road, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89117. And to find the recreation center nearest you that offers summer camp programming, feel free to check out our website at clarkcountynv.gov/parks. Our main hotline number is 702-455-8200. We hope to see you here at Desert Breeze real soon.
Hi, I'm Clark County Poet Laureate Angela M. Brommel, and today we're meeting with Grace Wong, who is our first place winner in the Clark County Division of Poetry Out Loud, and then she represented us up north at the statewide division, and recently we worked together with the Poets on the Plaza event for the City of Henderson, which is an annual event that happens in the amphitheater on Water Street. It's usually the third week of April on that Thursday. So thanks for coming, Grace.
Thank you so much for having me here.
You're welcome. So I actually was one of the judges when you got first place, and I was so excited when I saw you perform that I asked you then about Poets on the Plaza. And then I saw you at Poets on the Plaza, and I thought I just wanted more people to know about Poetry Out Loud and to be able to see some of your work. So,
oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome. So could you tell us, how long have you been memorizing poetry?
I've actually been memorizing poetry since kindergarten. So Challenger has trained us from kindergarten to learn to recite poems and to have stage presence. And so I just built off of my knowledge from there.
Got it.
To where I am now, where I entered Poetry Out Loud through my teachers, and here I am.
Okay, so that answers a lot of my question. Who are some of the other people that have helped support your poetry performances?
So I first would like to thank my family, so my parents and my brother, who have always been very supportive of what I do in the humanities and in poetry in particular. And I also would like to thank my English teachers, Miss Brown and Miss Neby from Clark High School, for being my #1 cheerleaders in everything that I do in poetry and in English in general. It's been such an amazing support system to have them and to share what I love with the rest of the community. So
thank you for saying all of that. We talked about this on Poets at the Plaza too, that bringing you all together was also a way to thank all of these teachers and organizations that help poetry. So thank you for letting us learn more about your teachers.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I know you're going off to school to Chicago in the fall. Yep. So when do you graduate?
I graduate May 23rd. 2023. So
okay, it's coming up.
Yeah, very soon.
Okay. Well, we would love to have you recite 2 of the poems that you presented at Poets on the Plaza.
I'd be happy to.
Wonderful.
So the first poem I would like to recite is known as I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud by William Wordsworth. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I with a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. I wanted to mention Poetry Out Loud is supported by the Nevada Arts Council, the National Endowment for the Arts, and I believe the Poetry Foundation.
Yes.
Yeah, so Mary Jane makes all that magic happen.
Yeah, I am so sincerely thankful for all she does for Poetry Out Loud.
Yeah, it's just wonderful. Thank you. So your second poem?
My second poem is known as Charles Sumner by Charlotte L. Fortin Grimke. On seeing some pictures of the interior of his house, Washington, D.C. Only the casket left, the jewel gone, whose noble presence filled these stately rooms, and made this spot a shrine where pilgrims came, stranger and friend, to bend in reverence before the great pure soul that knew no guile, to listen to the wise and gracious words that fell from lips whose rare, exquisite smile gave tender beauty to the grand, grave face. Upon these pictured walls we see thy peers, poet and saint and sage, painter and king, a glorious band. They shine upon us still gleam in marble the enchanting forms whereupon thy artist eye delighted dwelt. Thy favored Psyche droops her matchless face, listening, methinks, for the beloved voice which never more on earth shall sound her praise. All these remain, the beautiful, the brave, the gifted, silent ones. But thou art gone. Fair is the world that smiles upon us now. Blue are the skies of June, balmy the air that soothes with touches soft the weary brow. And perfect days glide into perfect nights, moonlit and calm. But still our grateful hearts are sad and faint with fear, for thou art gone. O friend beloved, with longing tear-filled eyes we look up to the unclouded blue, and seek in vain some answering sign from thee. Look down upon us, guide and cheer us still from the serene height where thou dwellest now. Dark is the way without the beacon light, which long and steadfastly thy hand upheld. O nerve with courage new the stricken hearts, whose dearest hopes seem lost in losing thee.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. For everyone at home, our next Writer Ready workshop at the Winchester Dondero Cultural Center will be Saturday, June 24th, 10 a.m. to noon, and our focus is the poetry revisions, the joy of artful revision. So please bring 2 poems that you are willing to share with other people and work on them, and I look forward to seeing you there. Happy writing.
The more pet-friendly our community becomes, the more important it is to make sure your pet is up to date on its vaccinations. Vaccines help prevent many contagious diseases that can be fatal for pets. Your dog or cat can be susceptible to diseases if it is outdoors at all, socializes with other animals, or travels with you. Annual rabies shots are required, but several other vaccines are strongly recommended within the first 6 to 8 weeks of your pet's life. Boosters are also needed. Don't wait. Talk to your vet today. Let's keep our pets safe, healthy, and happy.
Did you know there are over 1,000 miles of trails here in Southern Nevada? Without knowing where to find them or what to expect, it can be hard to enjoy one of the best reasons to live in Southern Nevada. The Neon to Nature program, found at neontonature.org, is an online map tool that helps you locate walking and hiking trails throughout the valley. You can search the map for detailed information about each trail, including location and length, surface type, level of difficulty, and trail photos. So get out, find a trail, and explore new places at neontonature.org.
Millions of Americans have their packages stolen right from their doorstep or mailboxes by porch pirates each year. Here are some tips to help foil the thieves. Require a signature upon delivery. Have your packages delivered to you at work, or have them held at your local post office for pickup. If available, take advantage of the ship-to-store option. Some online retailers offer a locker service you can use, or have your packages delivered to the home of a friend or relative you know will be home. Package thefts are a crime of opportunity. Help protect your packages and peace of mind.
It's the best cultural center in town. Welcome to Winchester Dondero.
Hi everyone, Michelle Fuller here from Winchester Cultural Center. We'd like to welcome you out for the summer activities we're having. Starting off is going to be from the Vegas Mob Museum. They're going to be coming out and doing a presentation here for free on July 6th from 9:30 a.m. It's going to be here at the Winchester Theater. They will be presenting some of the articles and facts about the mob. We hope to see you guys come out and enjoy some of the activities.
Hi, I'm Doug Miles, Program Supervisor here at the Clark County Shooting Complex. I'd like to talk to you about our hours of operation. Wednesday and Thursday night, we're open for public shooting from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, now that we're on summer hours, we're open from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. I'd also like to mention about our Wednesday night trap league. That runs year-round at the Shotgun Center. We also have Wednesday night archery league, and that's down at the Archery Center. As well as at archery, we now offer a Learn to Shoot program, which is available to register online. We'd like to see you out on the range, so come on out and see us.
Hi everyone, I'm Martin Olson with the Nevada Department of Wildlife here at the Clark County Shooting Complex to give you an update on some of the activities that we got going on. So we're still running hunter education classes here at the shooting complex, and you can register for those at register-ed.com. Also, even though there's very few tags left over for this season, take advantage of our FCFS, which is first come, first serve activity on our website. And what that is any tag that has been returned throughout the season shows up on this first come, first serve website, and you can purchase those right there. But remember, if you're born after January 1st, 1960, you have to have your hunter education on file. So sign up on that register-ed.com, take a hunter education course, get that underneath your belt. And we also have some special activities going on. We're going to have an antelope workshop for those of you who drew an antelope tag. You can learn a lot about the antelope of Nevada. We'll have biologists here, we'll have a taxidermist, and we'll even have some game wardens. So look for that on register-ed.com, and that category is going to be under advanced hunter education. So don't forget those websites, check them out, sign up, and come out here and see us at the Clark County Shooting Complex. Until next month, I'm Martin Olson. We'll see you then.
Hello, welcome back to the Clark County Museum. My name is Amber Colbert and I'm the Clark County Museum Administrator. Today you're joining me in front of the Beckley House here on Heritage Street. And normally I would talk about William Beckley and all his contributions to the city, but today I want to focus on the children. So William and Leva Beckley actually had 2 children. They had Bruce Beckley and Virginia Beckley. Bruce was born in 1915 and Virginia was born in 1917. So they grew up here in the 20s, right when our town was really developing. So let's go inside and explore what it was like to be a child here in the 1920s. So now we've stepped inside the house, actually all the way to the back of the house, and this is the back porch. According to Virginia Beckley, and I would agree with her, summers could be extremely hot here, and it was something hard to deal with. So her dad, one of the first additions they made to their small 1-bedroom house was adding this back porch area on. It wasn't completely enclosed like it is nowadays. She explained it as having 4-foot walls with 1 window, screen, and canvas above it that they could open up to sleep out here in the summer and cool off. Now, William Beckley also made another addition. He made an upstairs, and that was to house his 2 children. Now, normally you can't see the upstairs when you tour through the museum, but today I think we can take a quick peek to see what it looks like where Virginia Beckley and Bruce Beckley slept every night. So now we're upstairs in the Beckley house, and we have it the size it was in the early 1920s when Beckley first expanded his house for his 2 children. Later on, they bumped this wall out behind me a little bit bigger to make their rooms a little larger. Now, here today, it's not really what their bedroom looked like. We tend to use this space for storage. So we've got chairs and lamps and other furniture pieces. It's a big open place for us to store those. But we have staged what looks like a small kid's bedroom in the 1920s. I have pulled a few things from the Beckley collection to look at today. The one I pulled out that's my favorite toy is actually clothes to a small doll. This was a clown doll that Virginia Beckley got from her uncle when she was 3 years old on May 7th, 1920. And that date's really important. The doll wasn't as important as how it got delivered to her. On May 7th, 1920, Jake Beckley was the first passenger on an airplane to land in Las Vegas. And before he landed, he flew over the Beckley house here on 4th Street and dropped out this clown doll. Unfortunately, the doll didn't make it, but the clothing did. And this is one of the items that we store in our collection that you might not always get to see. We also have a small toy car. Bruce Beckley eventually ended up graduating from Las Vegas High School. He started though in the Las Vegas school. That's right, school. There was only one school in Las Vegas when they first started. But one of the stories Bruce talks about as how his dad supported his education was Bruce Beckley was the editor of the yearbook. So we have a 1932 yearbook, Bruce's senior year, and of course in the very back of the book we have the Beckley Fine Furnishing advertisement that his dad took out. He claims his dad was the first to do a full-page advertisement. Other things we have in our collection are photographs. We also have some photographs of some of the things they may have enjoyed in Las Vegas. Virginia Beckley said when they weren't hanging out with family and friends, they may go to the movie theater. Now, the movie theater wasn't inside, it was an outdoor. There was actually 2 outdoor theaters. This one is the Las Vegas Air Dome, and it opened in 1915. And she explained that it was just a whole bunch of corrugated metal nailed to some 2x4s, creating a wall around it, open sky, a screen, and a piano player. And when it rained, everyone just ran for cover. They also would take trips to a place they called Grapevine Springs, and we have a couple pictures of them driving there, and they did normal things. She played tea with her friends. She was part of the Girl Scouts, and Bruce was part of the Boy Scouts, as most of the kids in the town were. Now eventually, Bruce and Virginia both became very successful and were very essential in the moving of this building here. Unfortunately, we have lost both of them. Bruce lived till he was 71 as a successful lawyer, and Virginia passed away at the ripe age of 100. But now we have their children and their grandchildren to continue their stories. Thank you again for joining me today and exploring what it was like to be a kid in the Las Vegas area in the 1920s. If you want to see more about the Beckley family, come join us at the museum. We're open 7 days a week from 9 a.m. to 4:30, and for a low admission of $1 for youth and seniors and $2 for adults. See you next time.
As an 18, 17-year-old, you don't know how to deal with, your mom not loving you or not being there for you, and it's just really hard.
I did jump around from different foster homes to foster homes. I would lose my friends, or I would lose out on sports, and ended up when I was 17, I just ended up aging out in Child Haven because I wasn't really in a foster home. And then, I graduated high school and went on to my own apartment and other programs to help with aged out youth. The stigma is once you turn 21, 18, nobody's there for you anymore. You don't have anybody. But those people who still stay in your life, regardless of that connection with foster care or anything like that, those are the most important people.
So Step Up provides to aged out of foster care young adults case management services. We're really here to help the young adults transition from aging out of foster care to 21. When you think about maybe the education system, so going to post-secondary school, how do I fill out the FAFSA?
The last 2 years I've been going to college, and I'm almost ready to graduate, and I think that that's a huge goal, and I want to work with kids that are also in the system.
Making money, how do I build a resume? Getting a job, employment, finding affordable housing is definitely a challenge as well.
The monthly rent assistance that they do is it's such a big help. If it wasn't for that, I would have probably ended up homeless after getting aging out.
And I think that the ones that are usually successful usually have some sort of support system to kind of help them get through the next 3 years and probably even after they leave the Step Up program. If I could really say for any foster parent or anyone trying to be a foster parent, if you have children, what would you do with your own children? And putting that into some sort of perspective.
Anytime I get new kids, I usually let them buy whatever groceries they want at the grocery store. So we all go together, they can put whatever they want in the cart. And then I can also come up with recipes, and I try and get them to cook as much as I can. So even the little kids can make scrambled eggs.
I think those are definitely vital lessons that our young adults could utilize, before they even age out.
If there's anybody that is trying to become a foster parent to a teen, I would just tell them to be patient and be persistent, and understanding that they're not just dealing with having to move into a new home and get used to this stranger, but they're also dealing with the fact that they got separated from their parents and the trauma that that led them to be into foster care.
We have a lot of youth who need safe, secure, supporting, loving homes. And I can say, I know it's not easy. It's not easy, but you're surrounded by support when you take on the task of being a foster parent. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to say, hey, I need support. I think that's one of the things. Communicate if you're struggling with one of your foster young adults, but don't just throw in the towel.
People can change. It could take one talk or one just hug, something, in order for you to tell somebody that you care about them. Because a lot of times people just have never had anybody say, oh, I'm proud of you, oh, I care about you. And those words can go a long way. Somebody just giving you one chance can change your life.
In the middle of the 20th century, women gained public prominence in entertainment, in journalism, and in politics. It's show business and entertainment that are the most visible. From vaudeville to burlesque, from showrooms to headliners, Las Vegas and entertainment became synonymous.
Hollywood glamour and talent arrived in Las Vegas with W.C. Fields in 1930, Zis Boom Ba in 1941, and College Sweethearts in 1942. She virtually grew up on the stage. Before she was 10 years old, Grace moved to San Francisco from her birthplace in Springfield, Missouri, with her mother and sister. At the tender age of 14, she began singing in Barbary Coast nightclubs. She married Joseph Lind, who was a vaudevillian performer, at the age of 16, and 3 years later gave birth to her only child, Joseph Conrad Lind, better known as Peter Lind Hayes. In later years, she performed in movies with her son and her daughter-in-law, Mary Healy. After Grace made her first visit to Las Vegas in 1939, she returned to perform at the newly opened El Rancho Vegas Hotel in 1941. After several engagements in Las Vegas at the Monte Carlo Club and the El Cortez, where she earned the nickname of the Sweetheart of Las Vegas, Grace decided to move permanently and open her own club. She bought the Red Rooster nightclub on Old Highway 91, also known as the Las Vegas Strip, where she and other celebrities performed regularly. She renamed the club the Grace Hayes Lodge and kept entertaining until she sold it in 1960 for health reasons. Grace lived in Las Vegas and supported charities until her death in 1989 at the age of 93. Grace Hayes' recordings of I Can't Give You Anything But Love, Baby, Sunny Side of the Street, and 3 o'clock in the morning brought her international fame, but she nearly made political history in Las Vegas. Hayes ran for constable of the Las Vegas Township against another nightclub owner, Woody Cole, in 1950. She lost by 8 votes, but became the first woman in Clark County history to seek election as a law enforcement officer. Although she failed in her run for political office, Grace Hayes will always be remembered for her great success as an entertainer.
I used to have a perfect sweetheart, now but a real one, just a dream. I wonder how visions of our
Our community, our home, Clark County, Nevada. Thanks for watching Clark County Television.
Jeff Casherwa! How you folks doing right here? Put your hands together for Mr. Blake Aaron. Dustin, you're right here, Dustin. Can you come up on stage? Dustin, this is my friend Dustin. Check this out. Where's Dustin? Dustin. Just let you know how well the earth does. Dustin was bald just a week ago. Look at this lovely head of hair. Thank you so much, you guys. If you are happy to be here tonight, make some noise. Once again, I have actually, believe it or not, Jeff and I went to music school together. You know, when we were 5 years old, actually, we graduated from college. And he is an amazing musician. It's an honor to